My name is John. My wife Leah. We're from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. We heard about Jinemed by my wife's doing research on us doing IVF services, and I'll let her finish telling you this.
I read an article and I learned that there was an option to travel to other countries. And it was talking about the option of having the procedure done in a different country and the advantages and the disadvantages of that. And after reading the article, I spoke to my husband about it, and we considered possibly traveling to a different country to have the procedure done. And because my husband lived in Turkey before and he spoke the language, we decided, well, maybe Turkey would be an option. And after doing some research, we narrowed it down to Jinemed Hospital because we were impressed with it seemed like a nice hospital, and
the reviews were very good.
The reviews were very good about the hospital, and they did mention that the doctors and nurses were trained in Europe as well in the U.S. And so we said, well, maybe this would be an option, and we decided to do it, and we definitely don't regret it. This is our second attempt with in vitro. So obviously we came back, so that meant we liked it the first time we came, because we came last year, and the pregnancy ended, but we decided to come back again this year. So we are definitely happy with the service that we're provided here at Jinemed. We had, the first year, we had the in vitro procedure done, as well as my husband had TSSE. The reason why we had to pursue in vitro was because he had a vasectomy. And that was the only option we had because his vasectomy was about 30 years ago. So the chances of reversing the vasectomy and me actually becoming pregnant was very low because it had been so long since the procedure was done. And so that's why we had to decide on going with the in vitro procedure, because that was pretty much the only other option we had. And so the first year he had surgery, as well as I had the procedure done, in vitro done as well.
We weren't trying right away, so we've only been married 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, we've been married 4 years.
You have been married 4 years, okay.
Right, but we only tried last year, so it's only been 1 year. She's good on the internet.
Right.
So
we
she did all the research.
Basically, we found where the hospital was located, and chose a hotel that wasn't too far from the hospital, as well as it was in an area where we could also, go to some of the tours and explore the country as well. So yeah, it was really simple. It really was, because the option on the websites where you could choose what is this, Levin is considered? I know, but what is it considered? Part of the city, or right? You could choose, and you could narrow it down to, how close in perimeter I was to the hospital. I already have, actually. I met someone, and I've already told them about my experience here, and they're definitely looking into possibly coming here to have the procedure done. Yeah. I started out, I contacted the hospital via email, and then they returned the email and basically explained everything to me and what to expect. They had two options where I could start the medication in the United States and then end the procedure here in Turkey, where they would do the egg retrieval here and fertilize the eggs and do the embryo transfer here in Turkey. The other option was to come here for about 20 days, and they would, start the procedure from finish to end. The doctors would take care of it here in Turkey. We decided on the 3 weeks here, the 20 days here, just because, we wanted to explore the city. We wanted to, kind of vacation and have the procedure done as well. I was extremely excited, after speaking with the doctors, and we came to a decision on, how many embryos to transfer, because I guess there's a 3, 4, and 5 day transfer that you can, they can do, they can transfer 3, 4, 5 days. So coming to that decision, I was comfortable with them and the decision that we all made. So, I was extremely excited afterwards. So, to finally get the embryo transfer, and now we're just waiting to do the pregnancy test within a couple of days. It's like August the 11th is when we actually will know for sure if I'm pregnant. November the 11th. Yeah.
The first 2 weeks, Gulsaren, which was the IVF coordinator, provided us with the medication and the written instructions as to how much to give each day, along with the needles, and I had to administer the medicine to my wife by injecting her stomach on either side every day for 2 weeks. Initially, was a little bit nervous because of the needles sticking her, but I got, after a while you get used to it. So it wasn't painful or anything for her, so it was very clear and understandable what I needed to do.
Like I said, I was really impressed with how friendly everyone was. The doctors were friendly, the nurses. I felt welcome. I felt really comfortable being here. And that meant a lot to me, to travel from the United States and come to a foreign country. The comfort level was there. I was comfortable with everyone that I pretty much interacted with. So I was extremely excited. The experience was great. I have memories that I can take home, and share. So it was a great experience. It really was.
Okay, for me, it was a very good experience. Having coming back here and know the language and lived here, it was good to come back and see the country again, of course, but also dealing with the staff who was very welcoming and very open to the information that they were providing to us. So if we had any questions, they were free to give that information and make sure that we understood everything and that we were comfortable with everything. So for us, it was a very good experience, and we would definitely recommend Jinemed to anyone that we know that's interested.